send this to you, okay? Oh. All right, recording is in progress, everybody. All right, so, okay, guys. So Justin plans on, remember, I like asking you guys questions. So when I ask you a question, guys, please participate. Even if you're wrong, guys, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. We learn from our mistakes, okay? So do try to participate, everybody. Justin plans to spend $20 on sport cards. Remember, when you are reading these problems, guys, make sure as you read, pay careful attention to the information. Some of the information is extraneous, which means you probably don't need to use it in order to be able to do the problem. So, okay, there we go. Hold on a second, guys. Let me turn on this TV. Mo, quit. Mo, quit. All right, guys. So when you are reading this information, guys, make sure you pay careful attention, everybody, okay? So Justin plans on spending $20, okay? He's not going to spend more than $20. He's going to spend at most $20, okay? So guys, just by knowing that, okay, Justin is only going to spend $20, okay? Just $20. You are able, listen to this, you are able to get rid of some of these answer choices because he's not going to spend more than $20. He's only going to spend $20, okay? No more than $20. So based on that fact, guys, out of the two answer choices, which one can we get rid of? We can get rid of two of them. Drop it in the chat, guys. Which two can we get rid of right away as not being possible solutions, possible answers to this question? Because he's only going to spend up to $20. Which ones can we get rid of? He's not going to spend more than $20. Oh, I see some answers. Very good. Let me see. All right, Jasmine, I see you. I see you. Shanibi says just one of them. Just C. Okay. Now, okay. You can actually get rid of two of them, but I can see why you said just C. Okay. Oh, there you go, Shanibi. Much better, much better. Okay, guys. So listen, guys. The amount of money that he spends cannot be more than $20. So for letter C, guys, and letter D, those say that the amount of money will be more than $20, more than $20. And he doesn't want to spend more than $20 because, guys, when you add it up, it's saying it's greater than or equal to for letter C, greater than or equal to for letter D. So get rid of those. Those cannot be the correct answers. Now, regular cards cost $3.50 per pack, and foil cards cost $4.50 per pack. Okay, guys, the problem is telling you, okay, you've got regular cards at $3.50 and then foil cards at $4.50 per pack, which inequality shows the relationship between the number of pack of regular cards and the number of packs of foil cards Justin can afford to buy. Okay, so guys, by eliminating C and D, we're left with two choices, A or B. Okay, regular cards $3.50, foil cards $4.50. So which one would be the correct answer, guys? We're just reading the problem. The information is right there, guys. You just read it and you convert that to a math problem, okay? In this case, on inequality. Come on, guys, let me see. Some of you need to give me some more answers. Okay, give me some more answers, guys. Come on, people, give me those answers. Give me those answers. Okay, one person gave me an answer, Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine. Guys, come on now. Regular, R for regular, they're $3.50, okay? So to figure out how much you're gonna spend on the regular cards, you multiply $3.50 times R. And the only one that says that is letter B. And same thing with the FOIL. FOIL is 450. And so FOIL would be F. And the only one that says 450 times F is letter B, guys. Guys, listen, just because it's a word problem doesn't mean that it has to be difficult, okay? You just got to read the information. Let me see if we can do the rest of it, if we have sufficient space to do the rest of it, okay? The amount of profit P you earn by selling knives K can be determined by P equals to 200K minus 500. I'm looking at number 4, guys. Letter A, determine the constraints on profit and the constraints on the number of knives sold, okay? P is for profit, you earn by selling K knives, okay? So on this one, guys, they want to determine, oh, okay, let me see what you guys saying to me in the chat here. Oh, Shanibi, I just saw your answer. Did you just drop it in there?
No, I didn't just drop it there. When you were asking the question of which one should be like the right answer, I picked B.
Okay. All right. Thank you. It just popped up on my screen, so I think my computer may be behind. Okay. Now, guys, on this one right here, determine the constraints. That's the same thing as saying, what are possible values on the profit and the constraints on the number of knives sold. Now, for the profit, guys, remember, you must have a profit that is greater than 0. Your profit, in order for it to work, it has to be greater than 0. And then for your knives, you have to sell knives, okay, in order for this to work. So if you're talking about the number of knives you have to sold, guys, in regards to profit, okay, you're going to have to look at it a little differently. But if you're talking about just selling knives, the number of knives that you sell must be greater than 0. You're in a business. This is a business. You have to sell knives, and you have to try and make a profit. And how do you make a profit? The amount of money has to be greater than 0. Your profit must be greater than 0 in order for you to end up with a profit, okay? So look at letter B, guys. What happens to your profit as you sell more knives? What happens to your profit, guys, as you sell more knives? Seriously. What do you guys think? Uh-huh. Anybody? Okay. So guys, if I were to sell, let's say, I don't know, 10 knives, okay, at 200 a pop, okay, if I sell 2 knives at, okay, hold on a second, let me see what you guys are dropping in the chat. Gets higher, very good, sweetie pie. Your profit gets greater the more knives you sell. So your profits increase as you sell more knives. So as the number of knives sold increases, your profit is also increasing. By the way, guys, this is a nice linear function. It's a nice linear function. So for this one, guys, listen, what would be the, let me see here. Let me erase this, okay? Let's phrase it another way. Okay. Guys, what is the rate of change? What is the price per knife? The amount of profit P you earn by selling knives can be determined by this. What does the 200 represent, guys? Is it how many knives you're selling or the cost per knife? What do you think? How many knives you're selling or the cost per knife? Now, well, listen, the knives, they come in pack. That's what they're talking about. That's why it's $200. You guys see what I'm talking about? Hello? You guys are good? Okay, you guys are not saying much. Maybe because it's not multiple choice, amount of knives selling. Yes. Okay, not the amount of knives sold, the number of knives you're selling is the K value. So the 200 is the amount per knife. We call that the unit rate or the rate of change, okay, the unit rate. So if they sell a pack of knives, the pack of knives will cost $200, okay, per pack of knife, all right? In case how many pack of knives that are being sold, okay, guys? Is it possible to make a $1,400 profit? Is it possible to make a $1,400 profit on this one, guys? So let's see, if we're to plug in 1,400 in here, what would happen with this problem? If we would get 200K minus 500, okay? We add the 500 to both sides, guys. Add that 500 to both sides. So we get 200K is equal to 1,900. And if you take 1,900, you divide it by 200, guys. Is it possible for us to get 9.5 from that? That's going to give us 9.5, okay? Is it possible to sell the, to make a profit of $14,000, okay? What do you guys think? Just following this equation, based on what I just solved, guys, is it possible to make a profit of 14,000? Now, guys, remember, rule number 1 of test taking, don't leave anything blank. Don't leave anything blank. Answer every single question. Sometimes it's really difficult to answer the questions because you're not sure since it's open response. But guys, try your best to answer questions. Even when they are not multiple choice, you need to try and answer. So on this one right here, pick an answer, guys, and make sure you explain it. Is it possible? They're just asking you a yes or no question. All right. Is it possible to make $14,000 profit? Yes, it's possible because, all right. Or no, it's not possible because, and put an explanation after it. Don't just say yes, don't just say no. Put an explanation after it because they're asking for an explanation. Guys, even if you have to fudge it, make it look like you know, but you don't really know. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So on this one, guys, can we sell half a knife? Okay. Can we sell half a knife? Because we have 9.5. 9.5 is saying you can sell 9.5. How do you sell half a knife? You can't sell a half. That's impossible for you to sell a half. Okay. So guys, be careful with that one. So no. All right. On this one right here, because it's impossible to sell a half. That would be your explanation for this one. Okay. Like I said, I'm looking for the word problem. So as I navigate through this, guys, listen, if you see questions you want me to go over and I'm going over it, I'm navigating through the problem set, make sure you ask me a question, guys. Ooh, look at this one. At which point did the two equations 3x plus 5 equal to y plus 4x and y equals to x squared intersect? Okay, guys, do this one for me quickly, because I often see this one on these tests, and this is the type of question you could possibly get on these tests. Okay, which one of these points, guys, which one of these points, A, B, C, or D, do the graphs of these two equations intersect at? Which is possible? Okay, let me see. Drop it in the chat, guys. Drop the letter in the chat. Come on. There's a whole bunch of you guys in here. Answer. Try and answer it, guys. Okay. At what point do the graphs of these two equations intersect, guys? That's the question. At what point do the graphs of these two equations intersect? Jasmine, I see you, Jasmine. Where's everybody else? Come on, guys, give it a try. It's multiple choice. Ariana, try it. Isabella, Jaden, Kylie, come on, give it a try. I haven't heard from you guys today. Zach, give it a try, Sugar Plum. Give it a try, guys. Anybody? Okay. So, oh, here comes somebody else. Oh, two people. Awesome. I'm loving this. Okay, Zach says C. Shinaibi says A. Okay, guys, point of intersection. So the two graphs, they're intersecting right here and right there. So there's 2 points of intersection. This point of intersection right here, guys, if you're looking at the x value is in between -2 and about -3, okay, in between -2 and -3. So if you're looking at the points, guys, Notice you have a negative 2.8. The y value looks like it's about less than 10. 7.8 is less than 10. So that's one of the points of intersection. Now, if you go to this one right here, guys, it's just slightly before 2, slightly before 2. And if you're looking at the answer choices, the x value that is slightly before 2 is 1.8. The y value for this point right here looks like it's slightly under 5. And obviously 3.2 slightly under 5, guys. So the 2 point of intersection, there's 2 point of intersection, and the one that says both of them is the letter D. So yes, you were right, Jasmine, you were right. Very good. That's a good question, guys. Let me see here. Some of these I cannot fit them on the table. F of x equals to g of x adds, oh, answer this one for me, guys. Look at this one right here. Okay. You got two functions. You've got f of x, you got g of x, and look at number 4, guys. F of x is equal to g of x at 0, -7. Yes or no, true or false? T for true, F for false, guys. What do you think? F of x and g of x are equal to each other at 0, -7. Come on, guys, drop an answer in there. T for true, F for false. All right, Jasmine, you're just on top of this, Jasmine. Look at Isabella and Kylie. Yes, ladies, yes. Very good, ladies, okay? Yes, guys, right here, because they both have the same corresponding y value. Yes, okay? F of x is equal to g of x somewhere on the interval from -3 to -2. From -3 to -2, f of x and g of x are equal. From -3 to -2. What do you guys think? So f of x goes from -10 to -3 on the interval from -3 to -2. And then the other one goes from -11.5 to -10. What do you think? True or false? Are they equal to each other? Yes or no, guys? That one is ambiguous. This one is false. Why? Because the first function is equal to -10 and -3, but -3 is not included for both of them, guys. Right here, this is -2. It's included at -2, but it's not included on both of them, okay? So that one is no. All right, now let's see. I'm still looking for the word problems, guys. I'm just navigating through this to find word problems, and I just happened to see that one question there, and it's like, oh, okay, let's do this one. Oh, look at number 2 here, guys. Let's see if we can do it. I think that's all of it. Dr. Math thinks he knows more than you about what is true and false. What is true and false world? Why? Dr. Math thinks he knows more than you about what is true and false world just because he's a doctor. What? I don't understand. That's an ambiguous writing right there. He says that the equation y equals 17x plus 1 also includes the point 1, 8. Is Dr. Math right or is it wrong? What do you guys think? Is the point 1, 8 on the equation, on the graph of the equation, y equals to 17x plus 1? By the way, guys, I got caught up in this. You really don't need this information right here. That's all extraneous information. You don't need that. What you really need is the second sentence. He says that the equation y equals 17x plus 1 also includes the point 1, 8. Is he right or is he wrong? Guys, if you have to take a guess on this one, take a guess. It's multiple choice, okay? You got 4 options, okay? So pick one. What do you guys think? Even if you're wrong, just pick one. You don't even have to justify it. See, we need more information. Anybody else with a different answer? No? Okay, guys. Well, it's a point, Sugar Plums, so you can check this. You can test it out to see if he's right. Whenever you have a coordinate point, 1, 8, remember the first number is x, the second number is y. Whenever you're looking at a coordinate point, guys, a point is listed in alphabetical order, okay? So x comes before y alphabetically, guys. So the x value is 1, the y value is 8. So go into the equation, guys. Plug in 1 for x, substitute 1 in for x, and work it out, guys. Is 17 plus 1 equal to the y value of 8? No, it's not equal to 8. It's actually 18. So he was wrong, okay? He's wrong. So 1 comma 8 is not included on the equation, okay? Now, let's see here, guys. Number 3, you talk on the phone Y minutes on day X of every month according to the equation Y equals 2x plus 1. The cell phone company claims you talk 12 minutes on the phone on the 4th day of the month. Are they right? Okay. Letter A, yes, you did talk on the phone for 12 minutes on the 4th day of the month. So let's see, guys. On the 4th day of the month, it would be 4 times 2, which is 8. 8 plus 1 would be 9. And they're telling you, you talk for 12 minutes. 9 and 12 are not the same. So no, you did not speak for 12 minutes, okay? You talked on the phone for 7 minutes on the 4th of the month. If you did it for 7 minutes, 7 times 2, guys, would be 14. I'm plugging in the 7 for x. 7 times 2, okay? If it was 7 minutes, guys, if x is equal to 7, you would do 2 times 7 plus 1, and that would give you 15, okay? So A is wrong, B is wrong. Let's do C. You talk for 9 minutes, guys. 9 times 2 is 18. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm counting the wrong thing. Shazam, I put the wrong X in. That's supposed to be, okay, let me back up, guys. Let me back up. It's 4 days. It's supposed to be 4. Okay? X equals to 4. All right? We did it already. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it can't be B, guys. So the answer for this one obviously is C because we've already figured it out. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So you spoke for 9 minutes. Okay? Number 4, guys. This one, I'm going to ask you guys to respond to it. Let's see what you guys come up with, okay? Number 4, the speed of a snowboarder from uphill to downhill can be modeled by this equation where x is in minutes. The snowboarder's speed at time 0 is 1 and is 2 at time 1. The snowboarder claims that this proves his speed increases linearly. Easy, right, guys? Yes or no? Okay, which letter, guys? A, B, C, or D? Very similar to the previous question. What do you think, guys? Is this a linear function? A, B, C, or D, guys? And this one is easy, guys. Look at the equation. What kind of equation is that? Is the equation linear? What do you guys think? Oh, somebody's giving me an answer. Let me see. Okay, Shanibi says A. Anybody else? No? Okay, guys, look at the equation. What kind of equation is that? You see there's a power on there, that power. Kylie says A. Shanibi says addition. Okay. Okay, guys, you just got to pick options A, B, C, or D. Guys, they're giving you the equation. The y equals to x squared plus x, okay? They're telling you the equation can be modeled. Let me see here. His speed can be modeled by this equation, x squared plus 1. An x squared equation, guys, cannot be linear, okay? The equation is not linear, okay? So this one is B, guys. It's not a linear equation. Whenever you have this x squared term, guys, we call this a second degree equation. And for the second degree equations, we refer to them as quadratics, okay? So when you do a quadratic, guys, remember the graphs, they look like this. So every time you find second degree equation, it's going to be a quadratic. It looks like a U-shaped graph. If it was a linear equation, you wouldn't see that square there, okay? So you would have something like this, and it would give you a straight line when you graph it. So guys, this one is not linear. That's all you need to say. Let me see, 2 points have positive values only because it does not cross the x-axis. I mean, letter A makes no sense. I mean, I could see why letter A, but C and D, no sense whatsoever. So do you guys know how to tell if you have a quadratic equation or not? Somebody turn on a mic and talk to me, anybody. Do you guys know how to determine if you have a quadratic equation or not?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Have constant second differences.
Constant second differences. So if they give you an equation such as this, y equals to x squared plus 1, are you able to look at it and tell if it's quadratic?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking. You guys should be able to look at some of these equations and tell whether or not it's a quadratic equation. Second degree equation. Okay, now the second degree equation, listen, when you're looking at the powers on the variables, look at the powers on the variables. If the highest power on the variable is 2, it's a quadratic. Like number 5, shouldn't I be? Okay, the first term has a power of 2, the second term has a power of 1, and then the constant term has a power of 0, okay? We call this the degree. When you're looking at a polynomial to find the degree, you find the degree of each term. The degree has to do with the powers on the variables, and then whichever one is the largest or the highest number, you want to keep that as the degree of the entire polynomial. So for this one, number 5, the degree is 2 because it's a second degree problem, okay? It's going to be a quadratic. In other words, when you're looking at these functions or equations, it has to be in the form of x times x. Can you split up your x's and get x times x? What's the largest number of x's you see in this problem, guys? So for the quadratics, you have to know how to tell if it's a quadratic or not. Now, here's another thing. A linear equation, guys. These are linear equations. Y equals to x plus 1. What's the power on x? 1. Here's another one. Y equals to 2x. What's the power on the x? 1. Okay. By the way, you should also look at the power on the y variable too. The y variable is 1. Okay, here's another one. 2x plus 3y equals to 4. What's the power on the x? 1. What's the power on the y? 1. As long as the powers on the variables are 1, you have a linear equation. If it's not 1, it's not considered to be linear. Like if you have y equals to 0, what's the power on the y variable? 1. If you have x equals to 4, what's the power on the x variable? 1. Okay, completely different. Now, on the quadratics though, like this one, we've already mentioned it. The highest power is 2. This one right here, the highest power is 2. Here's another one we didn't mention, guys. What if you have y equals to 5x squared? Okay, something like this. Again, look at the power. The highest power is 2. Okay, and on this one, it's 1. You're looking at the highest power on the x. Okay, so another one, guys, and this one is a little tricky. If you have x plus 2 times x plus 5, okay, something like this. When you multiply it, guys, you get x times x, and x times x is x squared. So now what do you have? The highest power is 2. So you have to be able to know whether you have a quadratic or not, sugar plums. You have to know that. That is very important, okay? Because the way a quadratic graph looks and the way a linear graph looks, they're completely different. 2 different things. A quadratic and a linear graph, 2 different things, okay? So be careful with that, guys. So look at this one right here. The director of a play must decide how much to charge per ticket. If tickets cost $C, a total of 755 C people will attend the play. Which ticket price will generate the most income? Huh? Okay. Is this a trick question? Do you guys see what I'm saying? I mean, what do you guys think the answer is? If tickets cost C dollars, a total of 755 C people will attend the play. Which ticket price will generate the most income? I mean, this is obvious, guys. Which one do you think is the answer? Obviously the correct answer. What would you lean to, guys? Which letter, A, B, C, or D? And you want to make the most money. I don't get the question. Yeah, Jasmine and Kylie, of course, D. I don't understand what the question is about, to be honest with you guys, okay? Okay, guys, quick question. Is number 2 a quadratic, a second degree equation? Is it a second degree equation, number 2? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. How about number 3, guys? Is that a quadratic? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, that one is a quadratic. How about number 4? Is that one a quadratic? Number 4, guys, is that one a quadratic?
Yes.
Okay, now number 4, what is the highest power, Shanibi? What's the highest power?
4.
4, okay? In order to have a quadratic, you must have what power?
The highest power.
Okay, what's the number in order for it to be a quadratic? The highest power must be 2, okay? So this one, no, it's not a quadratic because this one is a 4th power. So no, this one is not a quadratic. You guys with me? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now I see this in there, but that's not the highest. Okay? So be careful, guys. All right, let me see. What number should be added to both sides of the equation to complete the square? Okay, that's not really a word problem, so I'm going to skip over this one. The minimum value occurs when x is. Do you guys know the difference between minimum and maximum? So you guys want me to explain that one? I think we talked about it. Actually, we did in this class. I remember, guys, towards the beginning, we were talking about the quadratics. And that is one of the conversations we had about the max or the min. Okay, guys, this one is a quadratic. If you were to go ahead and graph this parabola, which way would the parabola open, guys? Up or down? By the way, they already told you have a minimum. So which way would it open? Would it open up or would it open down? What do you guys think? Come on, guys. Seriously? I know you guys know this because we talked about it. It would open which way?
Up.
Up. Absolutely. And it seems some of you may have forgotten why. Okay, but all you do, guys, look at the leading coefficient. Is it positive or negative? Well, it's a positive x minus 2 squared. So yes, when it opens up, when you graph this, it's going to open up. And they've already told you have a minimum. Where do you go to find the minimum? At the vertex, right there. So guys, let's see if you can quickly answer this question. At what x value would you find the maximum, the minimum? What x value? What is this point called, guys? Nobody? Oh, you guys are disappointing me. Okay, guys, so let's do a review. This is a review after all. Guys, the minimum maximum is at the vertex, okay? At the vertex. Now, when your equation is written in this form, which we call the standard form, okay? The vertex is h comma k, h comma k. It is the opposite of what's inside the parentheses, comma, the number on the outside. So the opposite of the number inside the parentheses is 2, comma, the number on the outside. There's no number on the outside. It's 2, 0. So guys, your vertex is located at 2, 0. The question is asking, the minimum value occurs when X is which one, guys? I'm giving you the answer essentially. So you guys tell me, what's the answer? The minimum, the lowest point on the graph occurs at X equals to what, guys? Remember, the vertex is the lowest point on the graph. Come on, guys. No? Okay. So the X value here, guys, on this point, 2, 0. Which one is the X value? There's only one obvious answer. Which one is it? Yes. Okay. You know what? I think I'm having computer issues because I feel like my computer has slowed down. You guys have probably been typing the answers in the chat and I haven't been seeing it. So you guys might want to turn on your mic and talk to me because I think my computer is delayed. All right, Isabella, 2, Kylie, 2. Very good, ladies. Very good. Yeah, I think that's what happened because one of the answers just came in just now. All right, guys, let's see. I'm not going to be able to fit all of that on the screen. Okay, let's look at this one right here, guys. Number 2, a store manager begins each shift with the same total amount of money. We really don't need that one. She keeps $200 in a safe and distributes the rest equally to the 5 cashiers in the store. This situation can be represented by this function. What does the variable X represent in this situation? All right, guys, what does the variable X represent in this situation? What do you guys think? Is it A, the total amount of money the manager has at the beginning of a shift? B, the total amount of money the manager has at the end of the shift? Okay, somebody's sending me a message. Oh, okay. Moijan. I'm sorry, Sugar Plum, I didn't see you there. Welcome, Moijan. All right, guys. C, the amount of money each cashier has at the beginning of the shift, or D, the amount of money each cashier has at the end of the shift. What do you guys think? Yeah, turn on your mic and talk to me, yeah? Which one? What does the X represent in this formula right here, guys? Remember, a store manager begins each, read the information, guys. The information is in the chat. In the problem. A store manager begins each shift with the same total amount of money. She keeps $200 in a safe and distributes the rest equally to the 5 cashiers. So what does the X represent in this problem right here? Let me see what you guys dropped in the chat. Oh, Isabella, very good, Isabella. The total amount of money the manager has at the beginning of the shift, guys, okay? And then he's gonna keep 200, so he subtracts 200 from it, keeps it, and then the leftover is split out among the 4 employees. All right, I think we can fit this next one on the screen. So guys, let's look at this one. Hi, Moijan, how are you, Sugar Plum? Ooh, Moijan's mic is not on. Oh, did you come in, Moijan? Yeah, you are. Okay, very good. All right. A satellite television company charges a one-time installation fee and a monthly charge. The total cost is modeled by this function, which statement represents the meaning of each part of the function, guys. And yes, guys, see, most of these problems, they're not asking you to solve them. They're asking you to explain what they mean. What are they? Okay. What kind of explanation can you attach to these problems? Okay, so let's look, guys. Excuse me. Y is the total cost. We got that. So guys, listen, Y is the total cost, period. So if Y is the total cost, then this means that you can get rid of X. X is not the total cost. So get rid of C, get rid of D. Okay, look at that, easy. All right. So they're telling you the total cost right there can be modeled by the function Y equals to, look at that. So now let's focus on A and B. X is the number of months of service. Okay, so both A and B says that. $90 is the installation fee and $40 is the service charge? Or is it $40 is the installation fee and $90 is the service charge? Well, the problem told you guys, one-time installation fee and then plus a monthly service charge. All right, guys, so which one is it? Is it A or is it B? Which one is the installation fee and which one is the monthly service charge? A or B, guys? Drop the answer in the chat for me, or you can turn on your mic and tell me, since my computer is slowing down. What do you guys think? Come on, sugar plums. Oh, one sugar plum just told me. Guys, look at the equation. Remember, X is how many months you're getting the cable for, the satellite TV for, okay? Just a hint, okay? Read the problem, guys. It tells you. Anybody else? Ooh, look at Shanibi. Okay, look at Isabella. See, guys, yeah, I'm telling you, my computer is slow. So, guys, for this one, the $40, that's the one-time installation fee. And the $90 is the charge per month. That's how much they're charging you per month. So for this one, guys, installation fee of $40 and $90 is the service fee. So the answer for this one is going to be which one? Letter B. Okay, all of that is within the problem, guys. All right, now Sugar Plum, let's see. Oh, question. Here's a question, guys. This one right here. It doesn't have a number. There's no number here, guys. Do you see a number? Okay. All right, guys. Quick question. Is this negative 16t squared plus 40t plus 3? Is this a quadratic equation? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Quadratic or not? Yes, that is a quadratic equation. How do we know? The power, guys. The highest power in this problem is 2. All right, guys. So here's the question. What is the meaning of the 3 in this problem? What is the meaning of the 3? A ball was thrown upward into the air. The height and feet of the ball above the ground t seconds after being thrown can be determined by this expression right here. What is the meaning of the 3 in this expression, guys? So you have to understand what these equations are telling you. Is it A, the ball takes 3 seconds to reach its maximum height? B, the ball takes 3 seconds to reach the ground? C, the ball was thrown from a height of 3 feet? Or D, the ball reaches a maximum height of 3 feet, guys? Ooh. Let me see here. Somebody dropped an answer in the chat. Come on, guys. A, B, C, or D? Ooh. Oh, Shanibi, you changed your answer. I see you. The ball takes 3 seconds to reach its maximum height. Or is it, by the way, guys, T stands for time. Okay? So that 3 there, I don't think that stands for time. B, the ball takes 3 seconds to reach its maximum height. Hello, I just told you guys that. Let us see, the ball was thrown from a height of 3 feet, okay? Now, guys, if you wanted to, you can also do this. Rewrite the equation so you have H for hat. Shazam, height, not hat. H for height, and then look at it this way. So essentially, if we were to get rid of this, we would have H equal to 3. What does H stand for? Height. Ooh. So the ball reaches a maximum height of 3 feet. Which one is it, guys? C or D? Anybody? Oh, Shazam. Okay, guys. At time t equals 0. Okay, at time t equals 0, what is the height of the ball? Is it at the maximum or is it at a height of 3 feet? Yeah. All right, let me see what you're saying to me. Jasmine says D. Okay, guys, the 3 here, the only way for you to get it is if t is equal to 0. So if t is equal to 0, that means that the ball hasn't left your hand. You haven't thrown that ball yet. So because the ball is still in your possession, okay, at time t equals to 0, that's when you're throwing the ball. That's the height where you're throwing the ball from, okay? So for this one, guys, it's going to be letter C. This is the height where you're throwing the ball from, not the maximum height. The maximum height, guys, you have to have time in order for you to reach the maximum heights. You know, after 2 seconds, after 3 seconds, and so forth and so on. All right, guys, number 4. Is this one a quadratic? Number 4 is a quadratic. Anybody? Yes or no? Quadratic or not? What do you guys think? Ooh, anybody? No? Oh, come on, sugar plums. Exponential or not? I mean, Shazam, quadratic or not? Okay, since you guys are saying nothing, that means that you agree it's not a quadratic function. Did they talk about the exponential graphs with you guys? Okay, because I don't want to cover that if they didn't talk about it. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see. Okay, we're looking for word problems, guys. Did they do the exponential graphs with you guys? Exponential functions? Anybody? Somebody? No? Nobody? Okay. Nobody's saying anything. All right, where are we? It's about 6 o'clock. Okay, guys, do you want to do a couple more or do you want to call it a day? What do you guys think? Oh, did I lose you guys? Oh, Shazam. You guys are still there? Oh, you are doing it right now. Okay, Isabella. Okay, so if we go back to this one right here, guys. Hold on a second. Where is it? Wait, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Where is it? I'm going back to that. Okay, Isabella says we're just starting to talk about it right now. Number 4. This one, guys, is an exponential function, okay? And it is the equation A equals to 21,000 times 1 minus 0.12 t to the t power, a model of exponential growth or exponential decay. And what is the rate percent of change per time period? So guys, on this one right here, you have to determine, do you have an exponential growth or exponential decay? In order for you to have exponential growth, guys, you have to look at the base. If the base is greater than 1, it's growth. If the base, oh, let me write base. Base is less than 1, but greater than 0, it's exponential decay, guys. What's the base? The base is the 1 minus 0.12. That's the base. That's what's holding the power, guys. So 1 minus 0.12 is going to give you 0.88. So it's in between. 0.88 is less than 1, greater than 0. So guys, this one right here is exponential decay. And so if it's exponential decay, how quickly is it decaying? What is the exponential decay factor? So this one right here, the 0.12, guys, is your exponential decay factor, but you need to change this to a percent. So as a percent, this one would be 12%. Okay, guys? Exponential decay. Now, how would you know if it's an exponential growth? Once again, the base has to be greater than 1. So if you had something like this, 1 plus 0.12, and then to the t power, this would give you 1.12. It's greater than 1, so then yes, you would have an exponential growth, people. Okay? And if they ask you for the rate of growth or the rate of change, for this one, it would be 12% as well. Okay? So in order for you to have growth, the base must be greater than 1. For you to have decay, the base must be less than 1. So guys, since you're just starting to discuss this, make sure you impress your teacher when she starts talking about exponential growth and decay. All right? Oh, let me show you one more thing you can impress your teacher with, okay? Let me show you one more thing, and then I think I'm gonna call it quits once I show you this last thing, guys, okay? Here's the last thing I need to show you. So here's your equation, guys. 21,000 times 1 minus 0.12 to the t power. Now, if t is equal to 0, guys, at time t is equal to 0, we call it the initial value. Make sure you impress your teachers, guys. At time t equals 0, we call it the initial value. So if we go into the exponential equation, guys, we plug in, okay? We plug in the 0, guys. Anything raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. So that 1 minus 1.12 to the 0 power, this is going to become 1. So basically, guys, all of this cancels out. So what are you left with? 21,000. That's the initial value, guys. We call this the starting value or the initial value. Let me write this down for you guys. We call this the starting value or the initial value, starting value. So basically, guys, when you have these exponential functions, if they ask you for the initial value, starting value, it's always this number right there, okay? Always this number right there. Yeah, so make sure you impress your teachers now, okay? I think all of you have Miss Patterson anyway, so you just need to impress her. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna stop here. And would anybody like to come in tomorrow? 2 more? Jasmine says 2 more. Okay, because guys, the Wednesday crew is not showing up. I mean, this is a long packet right here. If anybody wants to come in tomorrow, you're welcome to come in tomorrow. Just let me know. I scheduled this time for tutoring from 5 to 6. I said that a long time ago. Okay, Jasmine, I got you, Jasmine.